amigos de Suma Inferno, estamos aquí con Anneke Van Giersbergen pues para hablar un poquito de su nuevo álbum en solitario y el show que anunció recientemente acústico y que era en línea. Anneke, how are you?
Hi, I'm well, thank you. And how are you?
Pretty fine. Well,
Super.
your new album is called The Dark Skies Are the Brightest, and well, we all know the world's going through a pretty dark time. Are we about to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Oh, I surely hope so. I surely hope so. Because for many, many people, this is such a hard time. And it's also especially hard because there's uncertainty about when this is going to end and when we can all go back to work and be with our friends and family again. But we have to have hope, we have to have hope that it will soon be over and that we can resume our lives. So we should look at this with a positive outlook.
And personally, you had hard times too. And did working in this new album help you to go ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes when you're sad or you're going through a hard time, writing songs can really help you in a therapeutic way. So writing these songs about this period in my life was very good for me to do, and I'm very proud of the songs as well.
As far as I understood, you went to this little cabin in the woods to write a record. Was a kind of process of catharsis for you as a musician and as a person?
I'm sorry, it was.
A catharsis? Um,
Yes, yeah, very much. Because normally I'm always on tour and I'm always somewhere else and with many, many people. So I write a lot on tour and when I'm out of my home, away from home. But now I had this little tiny house and I was all alone and I could write and focus and really concentrate on the songs. And that's kind of the first time I did that. And I really I didn't know I was going to like it so much. I really liked it because, like you said, it was a cathartic process. I could really clear my brain this way.
when you start working on this album, The Dark Skies Are the Brightest, do you have an idea what you wanted to achieve, or did you just let yourself flow?
Yes, I did let myself flow. I thought with all these things in my head and in my heart, there was so many things going on at the same time because so it was a little bit of a chaos in my head. And then I thought, okay, the only thing I can do, because it's so chaotic in my mind, is that just kind of open my brain and open my heart and just let it flow. And the music that came out of that was very different than what I expected.
You will be doing an acoustic show online in next few days. It's a way to present your art in a more intimate way.
I'm sorry, again.
Yes, you will be doing an acoustic show online in the next few days.
Yes.
Um, is this a way to present your music and your art in a more intimate way?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this last album is also very soft, so I could easily turn these songs back into just me and the guitar. So that's what I'm doing. A lot of new songs, and also a few old songs that I've never done live before. And I also made a few like really beautiful video clips to also show. So we have an hour of material, and I'm really really proud of it because it's really beautiful. And so 28th of March we will broadcast, and you can support me by buying a ticket and watch the stream. And you can also get a meet and greet and all these things. So it's yeah, very interesting. But it's instead of touring because we can't travel yet, so we have to do it live stream now.
I'm not sure if this your first time doing a streaming show, but do you really like this format and see it something like a long term, or is just what you should do because wait, we have another option?
Yeah, well, this is the first time I'm really doing it myself. I joined one or two stream shows before, like almost a year ago. But I have to say, I really like to create the content for a live stream and to it is an alternative. So I'm really happy that we can do this because we have internet and we have this opportunity. However, it will be so nice to play live again. But I think maybe in the future we can do both. We can go out and play live and then stream a concert at the same time, just for people abroad or somewhere else, to watch.
This album, well, your this solo album is pretty different. What the fans should hear about your music, with maybe the gay ring or um, um, the spur. Why to
Mhm.
make this music so soft?
Yeah, so it was a surprise for me too. I thought, actually I was working on a metal album. I wanted to write a metal album for my band Vuur, but all these soft songs came out, and I thought I have to go with my feeling because this is the only way I can make honest music, is just to let it happen. But I'm doing a lot of solo acoustic shows throughout the year, so people are used to me seeing performing with only me and the guitar. So to have this album is actually, a long-term wish of mine to make a singer-songwriter album, like a folky kind of album.
I read that Bill represent, I don't know if losses, but at least a great economic risk for you. Will you continue with the project or do you prefer to leave it and concentrate on your solo career?
No, it is, actually Vuur is a band that is part of my solo career. So everything I wanted to create a band that whenever I want to release something metal or heavy or prog, I can do it under the name Vuur, and create some clarity with the audience. So now I just wrote a soft album, but if I want to go back to heavy metal or prog, I will do it under the name Vuur. So it's just on the back burner now, but it's not gone.
You have made a lot of great collaborations, like, well, I can remember the Sirens thing.
Mhm.
Uh, do you have in mind to make more of these collaborations in the future?
Not yet. No, I'm really concentrating now on this album. Of course, we have to wait now to go on tour. But if we can go out and go on tour, I will go out on my own, just me and the guitar playing the songs from the album and some older songs as well, of course. So that will take some time for me to go out on tour and tour for this album, and then we'll see what happens. But I have no plans for collaboration at this moment.
You have a legion, a big legion of fans who love you very, very intensely, so hard, and who follow you to every project you do. Is
Yeah.
when where uh, there's a moment when you realized and say, "Wow, all all that I have done, all worth it."
Oh yes. I mean, there's, I, I'm not the biggest artist in the world, but the people who follow me are so loyal and so friendly that I am really blessed to, be in the scene, in this rock and heavy scene. The audience is so great because they let me create an album like this, which is soft and a little bit folky, and they listen to it and they make up their mind, but they give me a chance. and whenever I go out and play, there's always an audience. So I'm really, really, I know for an artist that it's really hard to build up an audience and to be, to stay in the scene. And yeah, for me, and I think it's the best thing in the world to play live and to see everybody and, just to enjoy music together. So no, I'm really, really happy with that.
What do you prefer, to take your guitar and go to the forest, or be in front of an audience in fronting a metal band?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love the most thing in the world is to play live, being in front of an audience. That's the best thing in the world. And I love being in a metal band and play loud and sing loud and move around. And I also love to be very intimate, very soft with the guitar and talk with the audience. When you do a solo acoustic show, you always have the opportunity to tell a story or to make a joke or, to interact with the audience. So I do love both very much.
Every time you come to Latin America, especially in Mexico, you are very well received. Do you have plans to return when the situations allow it, of course?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes. I will be on the first plane to Mexico. I really love Mexico because the audience is very much very passionate. So they really, really say what's on their hearts, and they really let you know if they like the music. So for people from our part of the world, from Holland, and Western Europe, it's great to see people just being so emotional about music. So and then plus I love your food and your climate. So I will definitely come back.
What's your best memory for Mexico?
Well, I would say, not sure when exactly, but when we went to Mexico City for our first show ever, with the gathering, we didn't know how popular we were. So we just went there and we were all excited because we were in Mexico, of course. But then we came into the venue, we came on the stage, and there were so many people and they were so loud and they were really, really enthusiastic. And we were all looking at each other on stage like, holy shit, this is so, so great. It's such a wonderful experience to be in Mexico City for the first time. I think it was also when there was a World Cup, because with soccer, because I was wearing the T-shirt of the Mexican national team. So it was somewhere around there. But yeah, I'll never forget it.
Do you like soccer? Well, you're from
A
the
little bit.
Netherlands.
My husband and my father, and they all watch soccer, so I know about it, but I'm not such a big sports fan.
Okay. Anneke, thank you so much for your time. I hope you the best of the lucks for your next streaming show, and hope to see you soon
Uh,
here again.
Thank you so much, Jorge. See you soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye bye.